Hello everyone, welcome back. In the last session, we studied about the complexity analysis of a data structure. In this session, we are going to study about the asymptotic notation in the data structure. In this topic, there are three things are very important. One is best case, worst case, and average case. Best case is nothing but the minimum time required for the program execution. Worst case is maximum time required to the program execution, and as average case, average time required to the program execution. So using the three parameters, we are gonna see the asymptotic notation topic. There are three types of asymptotic notation. One is big O notation, and next one is omega notation and theta notation. So these are the three types of asymptotic notation. We'll start with the big O notation. So big O notation is nothing but it uses to calculate the upper bound of the time. So it uses to calculate the upper bound of time. That means it measures the worst case of the program execution. So this big O notation is your measures uh, for the worst case. So it will calculate the time of worst case whichever needed to the program execution. So in the last session I said if you want to travel from one place to another place A to B, so if you choose the wrongest path, so that's the worst case. So in worst case, at what time we can reach the destination. So same way, so big O notation is uses to calculate the worst case scenario. So next one is omega notation. Omega notation is used for the lower bound of the to calculate the lower bound time. So this is used for the best case scenario. So this one used for the lower bound, and this used for the best case. So if you travel A from B, so if you choose a path which is very a shortcut I can say, or which you can take in a very less time. So that's why omega notation used for the best case scenario. So next one is theta notation. Theta notation is nothing but the used for the average case, as you see here. So you can calculate average time in this notation. So it's used for the average case calculation. So one more thing I forgot to mention. So this is f of n, nothing but the normal time to reach your need to execution of program. So g of n nothing but you can see here time increases. So this one is time. So this may be a worst time. Worst case you can calculate the worst case of the program execution, time required for the program execution. So in here you can see g of n is less. So that means you can calculate best case. For best case, how much time required to execute the program. In here you can see there are two, one is upper bound and lower bound. So you can see average. So you can take average of this and calculate for the average case. On an average, how much time required for the program execution. Most of the case we'll use a big O notation. So these are some of the big O notation examples. These are the constant big O of n, and this is one logarithm, big O of log n, and linear big O of n. So linear is nothing but the linear graph. So if you have a size of 10 inputs, so if you need 1 second for each input, so you need a 10 seconds. So as input size increases, so the time of the execution also increases. But the big O of n. That's it for this session. I've given a brief introduction of asymptotic notation. I didn't gone too deep into that. So till here, this is the introduction of the data structure. from next topic onwards, we're gonna see data structure in a little deeper manner. So I'll go in next session. I'll go with the arrays concept, so that we'll go it in a programmatic way instead of going into real time example or anything. We'll go much into programmatic. So we're gonna understand the data structure in more programmatic way. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel. So hope you enjoyed it. So we'll see you in next session. Thank you. Thank you so much.